So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Stop your whining. Mike 40. Mike 49. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
49, guys. Mike.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Flushed out. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Mike, 5. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it.
Switch.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Taco Charlton in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And that kick will go out of bounds.
Right there. 54. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Out of the gun, Watson. And an alley to run. Big hold of the 30. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it?
Their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Go. Rush in. Slam.
To throw is Wilson. Going to throw again. Forced out to his left. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
Hey, what's that? Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
54. Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27.
Mike 27, Mike 27.
From the gun, here's Watson. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down and inside the 5-yard line.
Let's go, defense. Here we go.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Check 26, check 26.
Here's a run with the launch. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. This Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd and goal situation. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on.
12.
He don't want it.
Hey, check 24. Check 23.
Now Wilson. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And just like that, it's third down.
Right there in the middle. 55.
Drop deep. Check 31.
25.
55, my God, 55. You got nothing today. You got nothing.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
First down, Seattle.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Rashad Penny. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Tighten up. Pull it together. Kill. Hey, alert.
Check the backer.
They'll toss it to Penny. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down.
I'm here all day. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And following that punt, which turned out as well as it possibly could have, this offense has 99 yards to go to the other end zone.
And the defense is frothing at the mouth with a chance to get points themselves. If they tackle a runner in the end zone, safety. And if there's a holding call in the end zone, that's also a safety as well. So either way you decide to go on offense, you've got to be careful.
Out to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Set. 19.
54 Mike. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Shift.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. And him go. And him go.
They'll run here with Balaj. And some space here. It's a big play there for Miami. Give him 42 yards on the ground. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
They'll run on first down. Johnson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two.
At the 50-yard line.
Set. 19.
Mike 54. Push him back. Push him back. Cloud. Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4".
Get that quarterback. And him go. And him go.
From the 50, it's Watson. He completes it to Wilson. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Check motion.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Watch his flat.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Here we go.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. On first down, Johnson. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. And there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Switch it.
Alert. 59.
Mike 27. Mike. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Operating from the gun, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And a completion to Wilson. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Brings up third down.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
To the park.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27.
Motion. Time to go.
Again, it's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. Well, they started that drive all the way back at the 1, able to march down, get 3.
It was daunting to begin with, wasn't it? But I thought overall, a very poised and efficient drive to get 3 points.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Play action. Now Wilson. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
25, 25.
Mike 20, Mike 20. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
At the 30-yard line.
Grenading!
55. I got you, pump. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Left for center.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson, he's going to look deep for more. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Intended for David Moore. Incomplete. It's third down and 9 yards to go.
They got to get it to the 21 here on third down.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Reload. Let's go.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike, you ain't going nowhere.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Darius Slay with a pick. And he will be brought down. His time is now run out on this first half of action. So a couple of field goals, that's all we probably need to deliver a little breathing room. Maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it first and 10.
Mike, 54. Mike, 54. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
On first down, Watson. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A Miami first down on a 14-yard pickup.
Dolphins, first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
We're set. 19.
54, Mike.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
This is Gaskin on the carry. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Get the boys down. He's coming. Alert. Down to go.
Watson now to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
55 to Mike. All right, D. Let's go. All right, D. Check 3. Check 3.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Alert flare. Alert flare. 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 Check 43. I see the line.
Check 9.
Down to go.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Olivier Vernon brings him down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Safe. 24.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He may try and run for this. And a nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the 1st down marker. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
It's 4th down.
Offense.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. The kick by Sanders is good. And that will make our score 9-0. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Now Wilson. And an alley to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Wilson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the 2nd half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. But just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Come on. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Watch the pass. Mike 55. Mike 54. Mike 54.
Mike's 5-4.
On first down, it's Watson. Caught, it's Wilson. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Wise motion. Wise motion.
They'll run on first down. It's Johnson, and he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
At the 26-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Coming this way. Coming this way. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Hey, 31.
Mike 27. Mike 27. Mike 27.
All day. All day, every day. Any day.
To throw is Watson. Got an open man, Keelan Cole. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down.
Check.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Check Mike 27. Check Mike.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Here's Andy Lee now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
At the 13-yard line.
Quick, 20.
Wild Bill.
Throwing is Wilson. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
First down, Seahawks.
They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
What we got? You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Wilson operating from the gun. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Down the line. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Come on, D.
Got him, go.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Defense wins championships, baby.
Got him, go.
Now Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. Escaping the pressure right. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a 1st down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that will bump up the lead again to 12-0. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. throwing now. Wilson on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And that'll bring up second down.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Good job right there. Good job right there.
They go play action with Wilson. And an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 44-yard line.
Hey, 0, 0, 0. That's it.
Everyone, Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20.
Play action. It's Wilson. He'll take his shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Extra point up and through by Myers. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
I'm coming for you, son.
Looking to throw again on second down. Watson, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
54 Mike. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
No, and go.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And it's caught by Parker. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Mike is set.
Mike 5-4. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Check 99. Check 99.
And 55.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go.
And 59.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike.
Orbit.
Not today. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
Down and go. Down and go.
Watson looks to throw again. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
54.
Hey, watch out. Check Mike 54. 54. Tackles. Right there. 54. Right there.
Here's Gaskin. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
L.J. Collier on the stop. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
That's it. Big hit.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
And 59.
Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. 3 bucks.
Down and go. Down and go.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he slides to avoid the hit. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they've mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
We got to get to the ball, T. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Convert.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 12-yard line.
Set. 19.
54. All day, dog. Tighten up.
They go to Johnson again. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
On the handoff, it's Gaskin. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Sanders' kick is good. And that now makes this a 15-7 game. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Coverage that time by Bobby McCain. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
55 is mine, guys. 55. Hey. Check. Check. Hot.
Here's Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
Well, they needed the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, but they're not going to get a shot at either. This is a great play here defensively, Brandon, and at a time that they sorely needed one. And that could be enough to help get them out of here with a victory. You take care of every aspect of the game. Shut down the run. Control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for Miami, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Seattle, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.